your TV on after our show ends every night, I highly recommend it. You've probably seen your fair share of Shark Tank episodes. I love Shark Tank. It's helped spark a whole new wave of small businesses in America. And this summer, Daymond John, the entrepreneur, fashion designer, and best-selling author, and boy, his books are good, you may know as the People Shark, is taking his advice on the road in partnership with Chase for Business. We're attending a series of conferences across the country. He's already started doing this stuff. He's giving advice directly to the people. Well, we got to hear more about this. So let's have the man himself speak about it. Mr. John, welcome back to Van Money.
All right. Thank you.
David, you are
like I'm home.
joy.
Feels like I'm home.
Joy to have one. All right. One of the things that you talk about, and I think that people don't get, the success to business, and I'm sure you're saying this with Chase, you're the hardest working person in showbiz.
I try to be. I try to out-hustle everybody else because somebody's waking up trying to, eat your lunch tomorrow. So.
And that's something you teach. So is that part of your message for Chase for Business?
Yeah, I think so. I started working with Chase a long time ago, and, I realized the brands I like to work with invest in people, and they help fund people as well as educate people at the same time. And today's brands, they educate you, and when you are smarter at the water cooler Monday morning because something you learned from that brand, that's when a brand's successful, when somebody's talking about the brand when the brand is nowhere around at the moment.
Well,
that's what they do.
But you are the brand, right? That's one of the things you teach us.
Yeah. You are personally the brand, absolutely. And, one of the reasons I work with them is when I was starting out, I didn't know what a banker did. I didn't know who my banker was, right? And I think that as an old establishment such as Chase and a lot of the banks, they're changing the way things are done. They're going out into meeting the people. They have a Chase business truck. They're having consumer trade shows where people are coming and seeing like-minded people and finding out what is about finance. Do I need money now? Do I need money then? What kind of structure should I have? And I think that's important because I was too intimidated to walk into the bank when I didn't have any money and start asking questions.
Well, I think that if we follow you on Instagram and read your books, we do get an idea. On Instagram, you had quite a great note. You talked about how basically don't quit your day job.
No.
You want to do something great on Shopify?
Yeah.
Do not quit your day job. And you speak from experience.
Yeah, I worked at Red Lobster for 5 years while I was starting FUBU. I rented out every room in my house to a bunch of people so I could pay the mortgage. And listen, I just worked 20 hours a day. That's it. Some on Red Lobster, some on FUBU. But you know what? After 5 years of $30,000, a year in Red Lobster, I still made $150,000. I had my medical covered. I was taking home all the shrimp and eating them. And you know what? I would have had to do $2 million in FUBU to come away with that same amount of money. And trust me, I didn't do that. But I found all the problems in the business, and I kept my day job. And thank God I'm
You didn't do too many schooners, did you?
No, not at all.
The schooners, they can put you under very quickly. All right, now, I got to drill down with you because one of the things that we've been talking about behind the scenes is the notion of empowerment. Chase wants to empower you. Sure. So does Shopify. You're an ambassador for Shopify
as well.
Tell people, because that's something that they can keep their day job and maybe get started on their own business.
Listen, I don't like to invest in any stocks that if they went away, they wouldn't disrupt my life. And the way that I look at something like a Shopify is that today, with retail suffering and everybody has a dream of being an entrepreneur, an intrapreneur, they can put up a store immediately. But Shopify also shows you how to process information. I've been an ambassador for years where they connect me with people, and I have advised them, and some of these brands have gone off to sell for $200 million after we hopefully help them a little bit. So it's all about empowerment. You can open up a store today from your cell phone and don't quit your day job. Just open a Shopify account.
Now, how long should you go? I remember one point that you said something should click in 6 months. But how about if you really love it?
Well, no, something should click in 6 months. You won't start feeling the rhythm of the business until 3-4 years, and you probably won't see major success until 6 or 7 years. Most of the brands that we know out there that we've seen, their overnight success is still 6-7 years. You start getting that rhythm, you get kicked down, you get kicked in your teeth, then you come back, you move from this platform to another platform, and that's what I'm seeing. It's about 6 or 7 years till you see real success, but it's about the first 2 to 3 years you start getting into your rhythm. I mean, that's why the IRS lets you write it off after a certain amount as a hobby.
Good point. Now, let me ask you about one that I want to know if it's in your wheelhouse to tell me if it's right or not. Yeah. I had dinner with the guy who runs Beyond Meat. Eating yesterday. 10 years. 10 years before it clicked.
Yeah.
Did he do the right thing? Not just the stock, but is it something that's for real?
I think it's for real.
You do?
I think it's for real. Yeah. First of all, I love it. It's
You do?
plant-based, and
I
do eat the product, and I did not get onto the stock. To be very honest.
People did. A lot of athletes got in.
A lot of athletes got into it. But again, that's 10 years trying to get his groove, and now look at him. He's the unicorn of the industry now.
He really is. Now there's a guy, Fabrizio Freda. He's the CEO of Estee Lauder. And he's remarkable. He has a reverse mentor program. He makes a couple days a month. His employees, his executives, work for their assistants.
Nice.
Don't you think that's brilliant?
My entire staff, most of them started off as interns, number one.
Okay.
And they are much smarter than me. And, listen, here's where I see the separation. A lot of the people in power are 40 to 60. They're manufacturers, distributors, whatever the case is. But the people communicating to the consumers are 10 to 30, right? So if you start to realize how these kids how the new consumers come in, what do they want to know about their brands and how are they purchasing it? Once you get to know that, then you add the fundamentals of what you know into the current way they're doing. Become a new platform. Newspaper companies, the way they went out is the ones who thought they were only a newspaper company instead of a content creation company or a media company, and they created another platform. They can't sell papers anymore, but they could have sold the content and the media.
That's fantastic. All right, we can't have you leave because we all love Shark Tank. Give us an insight on one of the companies that's really working on clicking. Give us a good feel.
My best company is a company called Bombas Socks. They came on doing $800,000 a year. Now I think they're doing $100 million a year. They stayed focused on socks for 4 to 5 years. Now they're rolling out with T-shirts. And every time you buy a sock, they give one to the homeless and the person in need. And they've given away almost 20 million pairs of socks. So people feel good about buying them, and they want to talk about them when they buy them.
Impact per share. That's what we're talking about. Purpose.
That's right.
Purpose matters. Yeah. You are a hardcore, hardworking businessman, but you're not afraid. Purpose is key.
Is it. Purpose is it.
Oh, you are the best. All right, that's the people shark, Daymond John, who does so much. Look, I'm just going to say it. He does more for charity than anyone who's watching the show, and it's helped more people start their own businesses and empowered them. Thank you so much. It's great to see you. Stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.